Alright, let's see what's going to happen. Canada Air says so much lag. Yeah, Canada. Going to be in Vancouver for the WardiTV Star League Finals. If you guys are near Vancouver, it's actually going to be happening in Richmond, BC. But if you're near Vancouver, you should definitely come and check it out, because it's going to be awesome. herO's going to be there, Impact's going to be there, DNS, Petit Drogo, Jon Snow, I believe, is going to be there, guaranteed, and some other players in the open bracket. So I really think it's going to be really awesome. If you can make it out, definitely do. That happens next weekend, Friday and Saturday. It should be a lot of fun. I'm going to be there, Zombie Crip's going to be there, Maynard is going to be there, Rifkin will obviously be there. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be really awesome. Well, you see this Nexus just being chrono boosted at the moment. We're going to be seeing the gateway. And herO just on the way down on the natural. Overlord a Dark or two coming out in towards the center of the map and just looking to see what is going on for himself here at the moment over the next few minutes. There's a couple of Lords just moving out. We are going to be seeing that Nexus dropping itself down. We haven't really casted any PvZ today, so I've been watching some really awesome PvZ. I watched herO Rogue off the side of the, because we've been on the second, we had some games going on the laptop to kind of collect replays and to bring you guys some updates. herO Rogue was an awesome PvZ, especially game 1. herO Impact was pretty fun as well. Not quite as awesome as herO Rogue, if I'm going to be honest, but yeah, there's been some pretty fun games today. Just we haven't casted any of the PvZs. We've been so busy in those Terran versus Zerg, so just getting into this and getting this ready to go. Dept currently on the way out here from herO. And you're just going to be seeing Warp Gate coming up as well. Just going to time this guy out in the chat, he's just asking stupid questions. But yeah, Adept coming on out to Stalker to follow up to kind of start shutting down this Overlord. The first Adept will come across the map to start picking up some of that information. So, just coming down towards the bottom left-hand side, looking to see what he can get up to. Warp Gate is currently on the way up from herO as well. And we're just going to be seeing the third hatchery of Dark is currently on the way also. So all of this just setting up at the moment. You see there's Adept just shading forwards. And again, the link speed from Dark is just about halfway done for the moment. Stalker just poking and prodding onto that Overlord there, so we are going to be seeing the Overlord taking some shots. Will go down in the next few moments. Assuming that's what the Stalker's built for, to shut that Overlord down. 2 gateways coming down. Usually kind of feels as though this should be followed up by a couple of Stargates. That is what we've been seeing recently, the double Stargate follow-up. Let's see if that is going to be the case here. As we do have some more probes just popping on out. Overlord's on the way from Dark. He's going to throw down a Rotron at the front as well. It's a pretty quick Rotron. He already has quite a bit of gas in the bank, and we'll see if he starts to spend it immediately in the future on, say, a lair or something, or if he is just going to go for a very aggressive Roach attack here. Obviously, this round of drones is going to finish up, and then we're going to start seeing just how this will go. Double Stargate in the main base. herO dropping those down. Again, generally from this, Phoenix production is what you would expect, but we have seen, I casted herO, I can't remember in what, but the other week, I casted him and he started to build a lot of oracles, and I was a little bit like, not really sure if this is how this, if this works out. But, yeah, the couple of Stargates coming down, we'll see if he does build oracles, if he builds Phoenix. It looks like the Phoenix build. I think when he built the oracles, he actually went Stargate into a second Stargate later, rather than triple gate into double Stargate, which again, it's just very much so the way in which you set up for Phoenix. And the Roach is on the way out. It is a lair behind it though, and the Evo Chamber's here too, so it looks as though we will just see Roach speed and +1. No, it is going to be Oracles from herO, so he likes doing this, the Oracle play. I think he did this in the Hangzhou StarCraft Carnival, so it wasn't even last week. I think it was just on Monday I was casting these games. And yeah, he went for like Oracles, so kind of feeling like the Oracle play rather than the Phoenix. Intrigued to see what he can do with this right now. As you see these Adepts, they do shade off over the natural expansion. They're getting quite a bit of damage done in fairness. We'll see workers killed here in a moment. 8 workers killed. He might get 9 if he gets one more shot, which he does. It's not bad, although he does lose all of the Adepts, and that does open him up to a bit of a counter-attack. At the same time, Doc doesn't want to make any more units at the moment. He actually just wants to reproduce his drones and get those back up and into play. 2 Oracles from herO coming out in the main base of Forge. dropping down here as well, so herO setting this up too. With Stalker just currently poking its way through the Overseer. Dark continue to take a little bit more damage there. And we are just going to be having the, well, the Forge still coming up right now. A couple more Oracles coming out. And the Roach Speed of Dark also coming up on the natural expansion. 2 Oracles still just coming through the centers we have to the left-hand side. A few Roaches and Lings from Dark just gathering up together. Just going to be seeing a couple of Adepts already coming forwards, and they do pick off a Zergling right from the get-go. These 4 Oracles are still coming down towards the south side of the map. We'll see just maybe what they can do here. The Adepts are going to be in trouble once again, and we see 1 Adept going down. The second Adept will fall in a moment or so also. So both Adepts getting picked off. See the Burrow upgrade coming through from Dark. The Roach Speed will be finishing very soon as well. So Overseer just going to have to pull away. Just to answer a question quickly in the chat and to give the ideas on the rest of the bracket. What's the other semi-final? The other semi-final is Zest versus Nice. And that will be, it's already actually playing. Usually we cast both semis, but the Chinese casters today have said that Zest versus Nice should start, so they did. As you see these Oracles diving in towards the natural, getting quite a few worker kills. They picked off the spawn on the third base and got some workers there already, and now picking up even more workers. He's kind of given up a couple of the Oracles too, but obviously he just feels it's worthwhile to take such a huge worker lead. I mean, look at this, 58 to 33 workers. I think Dark is just saying, okay, cool, kill my workers, I'm going to all-in you right now. And, yeah, you know, I'm not going to last very long if this game continues, but if I can kill you right now, what do you actually have? Well, actually, very little is the answer. He doesn't even have charge for a few Zealots that are up. You're going to see the shield battery going down. Essentially, we'll use a Guardian Shield and a Force Field. I guess that's the issue. The Oracles coming back home, they just can't be dealt with, the Oracles, right? And yeah, okay, they don't have tons of energy, but they have enough energy to start making a difference. He gets a lot of these Roaches low, and once a lot of those Roaches are already low, that really is just about it already. Stalker firing away a couple of times here. You can see this cannon dealing some more damage as well. And this really does seem as though it's going to be just about it for now, as we can see those pros continue to pull it in. This Roach is taking a few more hits here and there, but, well, I guess Dark's still making some progress, but Oracles are regaining energy, and, you know, you can give up this third base as herO, because you're still sitting 20 workers in the lead. I guess some of these workers are now oversaturated, but in general, for herO, he's kind of fine just to sort of buy some time, wait for charge. He now has +1, he's got an Immortal, though it's actually stuck on that pylon. Does he kill the pylon? I guess he does. He was waiting for this pylon to finish, so he was definitely still powering the Robo. So now he actually has double Robo, double Immortal out, and he has Oracles too. These Oracles are just waiting for a while, not going to use themselves just yet. Maybe they should, because these Immortals actually do need a little bit of support. Now we do see the charge box coming in, and again, the Oracle's doing enough to help push this away. Maybe target down the Ravagers would be a nice little something. He starts to do that now, although again, the Oracle's running low on energy. Dark's army supply was doubling herO's just moments ago, but now it is dead even, and of course herO has the tech to go along with it. He's got the Immortals, he's got the Oracles, he's got the +1, he's got charge, and herO can basically just close out this game now. Dark, well, the Oracles worked for herO, I guess is the easy way to say it, right? Like, he dealt damage, he came in, he saw an opportunity, and he dove on, multiple times over, dove on different, dove on the worker lines, got a lot of damage done. And that damage obviously went a long way, as we're going to be seeing herO now. I mean, well, he's got a Warp Prism with a couple of Immortals inside. The Oracles are building up energy again. Dark's going to try and transition. In fairness, herO did get delayed on the third base for a while, but he still leads in workers as he sets that third base back up and rolling now. A couple of Oracles up to the top trying to look around. The Warp Prism around the center of the map is also just trying to see just what it can get up to for the moment. And coming in towards the main base in the next couple of moments, and we do see again the Oracles setting up, a couple of corrosive fouls coming down. Pushed away in that prism right away. The Queen's well placed to actually deal with that, so Dark doing his best to kind of come back from a bit of a deficit. We saw him against Alive, he was in quite the deficit, and he was able to turn it around and come back into play. It's going to be the same again here soon as we do see those Oracles turn around. Revelation drops. A couple of Immortals dealing a little bit more damage once again. The Oracles coming back out in towards the center. Overlords continue to move around too. Storm currently on the way up, and 9 more Hydras on the way out here of this class. So 9 more Hydras coming through. Group of Spines is on its way. And again, +1 for Dark is eventually coming up as well. So again, I mean, he's like slowly getting himself in towards that mid game, but When you look at herO's army, he's already got like 5 high tempo with a storm on them each. He's already got triple immortal. He's still got the oracles from earlier. herO's army looks amazing right now, and Dark's army, you know, the size of it is getting there once again, but the quality of the army is once again just not going to be in position for Dark. It's not going to be what he needs this to be to make this work out. Roaches, Rouges, and Hydras gathered up here as Dark will come back out in towards the center of the map. Being seen, the rocks starting to be targeted down once again. They are going to be falling in the next couple of moments. Again, Groove Spines is about 75% of the way done. We'll give those Hydras a bit more of an aggressive opportunity. They still don't have Hydra speed, so I think Dark's just sort of realizing that once again here, you know, he doesn't need to... He just has to kind of end the game sooner rather than later, I think, which is why he is pushing across so aggressively. He's not already setting up drones for his 4th base. Well, let's see what he can do, if he can do anything, because honestly I'd be surprised if he was very successful, because there's so many stasis wards, there's so many storms, there's immortals. It just feels like there's everything herO could dream of here to deal with this right now, and Dark sets up into a big split, a big spread. I mean, what do you see? I mean, a couple of units getting caught by stasis wards already. Remember, there's so many of them because there's so many oracles in the game, because of the way that herO opened in this. Another stasis ward somehow comes down. I didn't even see that one. Where did that come from? I really have no idea. We're going to see some really good forces to take advantage of those stasis wards in the first finish up as well. And a storm coming down to ward a couple of units away. The entirety of Dark's army is now off on this right-hand side. And so he's going to keep on pressing here. The storm's coming down, will land on those Hydras as they come out of stasis. So pushing forwards here. herO has all of those high tempos available to keep on storming. Just putting out so much damage with those storms. The Immortals in the front, they're not taking any damage, but the units of Dark are actually scared to kind of come this far forwards because of how much damage will take from storms. He chases Dark because he just knows his army's not going to make it work, and that is going to be herO taking game 1 of. It's interesting. Well, again, herO was ahead early in that last game and obviously just played it out into his advantage. From that point on, he held against the all-in of Dark initially, or the counter-attack, which was basically needed to end the game, and when it didn't, Dark didn't tap out just then and there, but he tried to stay in, but obviously eventually didn't quite work out. To the top left-hand side, our red Protoss player, this is herO. Going up against the blue Zerg to the bottom right, Dark. Game 2 of this best of 3. I'm just having a look to see just what will happen here in the next few moments. Gas pool to open up with, as the probe does get a little bit cheeky on the natural, blocking that expansion for just a few moments. How's everyone doing out in the chat today? We're only on a 1-minute delay, so it's not so bad. Hope you're all having a good time. Hope you're all enjoying the Thursday StarCraft 2 content here on WardiTV. Kung Fu Cup happens every Thursday nowadays. Again, this is the 4th week of it. So, again, this is one of the events that I'm definitely going to try to cover when I'm away in America and Canada. It really depends on my connection, which allows me to maybe cast or not. But I am, fingers crossed, going to be able to stream. So that is something we are currently just hoping for. Again, hopefully that does indeed come through. So we will see. It depends on how my internet is here and there in the hotels and the places I'm staying. Fingers crossed. A couple of Lings currently chasing down this probe, which is running all the way up through the center of the map. So probe being chased at the moment, as we do see those couple of Lings going after it, trying to see what they can do. And that little probe is running all over the place to try and stay away. We see one Zergling here of Dark coming up towards the top side. There's a lot of Dark just sat overhead as well, as you do see the Stargate is about halfway done. So Stargate about halfway done, Adept coming up, another couple of probes coming into play as well. And we do just see herO is moving around with that probe, as Dark will be with the Zergling just coming back and going to sit next to the screen. speed is currently on the way up right now for Dark, so wing speed coming in for Dark. We're going to see this Overlord still overhead as well, and we do see the Stargate just Chrono boosting out this Oracle, so Oracle being Chrono boosted. Bit of a more standard opening from herO this time. Again, I mean, the 3 gates into double Stargates become more common, but we really don't very often see the double Oracle production and in towards, 6 to 8 Oracles like we saw in the last game. Usually we see Phoenix production, and I guess that's maybe something to do with the map that he did it on. Usually a triple gate into Stargate is used on Neon Violet Square. It's used on Backwater because it's a very powerful way to go in towards a later transition. You already have Stargate set for what is expected to be a carrier-based game. You already have +1 flyer attacks for when those carriers come out later in the game. It just makes that transition a bit smoother on a map where it is, in general, easier to go into carriers already. Whereas on the other side of things, on Blackpink, I guess you're not really guaranteed to be able to get up into carriers, so I guess the Oracles really were just there to kind of try and do as much as they could. Obviously, this Phoenix is going to get rid of this Overlord here, so Overlord will fall. Oracle in the main base gets a couple of kills, but that'll be all for now, pushed away by the Spore Crawler. And heading back up the right-hand side. Ling's actually getting surrounded on an Adept or 2 here as they shade away back up towards the top. They are going to be just continuing to get out up there, and if a couple of Adepts going to shade back forwards. Robo Facility will finish up on the natural. Twilight Council will be coming up on the main base as well in the next few moments. I'm going to be seeing another few gateways just on the way up. Temple Archives is currently on its way down as well, so Temple Archives coming on in. You're going to be seeing the Warp Prism is going to be finishing as well in the next couple of moments. Charge starts on the Twilight Council. A few gates just coming on into play, and again the Templar Archives will be finishing up in a moment or two. So it kind of gets into this position where it's a lot of gates. It's going to be, not necessarily all in or anything by herO, but it is going to be a high amount of pressure before he heads in towards the third Nexus. So we've seen that probe coming over to the left-hand side now. There's a lot of Lings, and the Oracle is here to try and deflect this. Warp Prism down the left-hand side, and that is where the Warp In will come, which can really make a difference here. Actually warps in High Templar at home load to morph in Archons, so that may slow down the harassment from the Warp Prism in the next few moments. Flare is on the way up in the main base. The Zerglings trying to run forwards. The Adept and a couple of Archons are going to be there to push those Zerglings away. Warp Prism just come back home to actually lift those Archons up and try and get them harassing, or even just in a better defensive position. So he comes back and he is going to be able to start pushing those Wings off over to the left-hand side. So a few Lings continue to go on down here at the moment, and we do see the Prism is continuing to move around right now with those couple of Archons inside of it. Guys, I know a couple of people asking about the drone kill counter. We can't have it because the players are hosting the lobbies and the players are not hosting the lobby with GameHard. There's nothing I can do about it. If I asked, I've already asked, I always ask to host the lobbies. The Korean players are especially bad at it. They always host it without GameHard, and they don't really care if you ask to host it or not, because they don't understand why you need to host it with GameHard, basically. So it's just something, it's not my tournament either, so it's not like I can just force them to make me host. As you do see, though, Zealots and Archons coming down. And these Queens are actually in a little bit of trouble. The hold position on the drones is really good to actually buy a lot of time here. Those Queens could have died if the Archons had just moved through this and just continued on. I think Dark's in trouble anyways, though. This attack from herO is turning out to really get damage done. I mean, this entire mineral line's gone down. The Queens look still falling. The Archons are still around. This almost just came out of nowhere. We saw the amount of gateways that herO was building. But I just didn't expect him to actually just straight up win the game like this with this attack. You can see the Archons starting to lift up from those Zerglings, dropping back down and just continuing to have a pretty good time so far. I mean, herO, as he closes this out, he's just got 2-0 through so many Zerg players today. His PvZ just looks absolutely insane. GG's herO goes through to the grand finals where he'll play the winner of Zest and Nice. And that's actually going to be Zest, who has already taken down Nice 2 games to 0.